Mrinalini. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm just cleaning my garden.
Oh, that's great. So many types of plants are here.
Yes.
Do you know few of them?
Some plants I know.
All right. I will tell you about more types of plants.
Okay.
There are many types of plants that we see around. In fact, they are all in your garden as well. I'll teach you. All right. If you look at the plants, okay, this one. Do you know what plant is it? What tree is it?
Yes. This is jackfruit plant.
Yes, this is the jackfruit one. If you see here, this is the stem of the plant, or we call it as trunk because it is a big tree. And that is why we call it as a tree, because it has got a huge height, it lives for many years, it has got many branches which are spread across a large area, and the trunk is very woody, it's brown in color. That is why it is a tree. It is a tree. If we see here, all right, this one, this is the hibiscus. Yes, this is hibiscus, right? If we look at it, the stem of this plant is very thin, right? It is though in brown color, but it is not as big as that one, right? And we see that the branches, they are emerging from the ground, right? They are emerging from the ground, but where in that case the branches we see they are starting far apart, aren't they? Yes, they are.
Yes.
That is why this type of plant, wherein the branches they start growing from the ground, the wood, the stem is not so woody. Such a type of plant forms the shrub. The examples of shrub are rose plant. Of course, you must have seen, right?
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
yeah.
I know.
Rose, it has got many branches. The stem is not that woody, but it is woody, right? But not very big as that one, right?
Yes.
So that type of plant becomes the shrub. Yes, even this is the shrub. This is again the hibiscus, right? Whereas this palm tree, it is a tree. It is not a shrub, okay? Because again here the stem is woody, the height is large, okay? And that is why it is considered as a tree. All right, I'll tell you more types of plants. Just follow me. Come. All right, what we have here is the tulsi, the basil, the Indian holy basil. Do you know about it?
No, I don't know more about it.
All right, if you again look at this, right, this type of plant is called as herb. This type of plant is called as herb because it has got a very thin and very delicate stem, right? That is why it forms the shrub. The height of such plants is not so large, okay? They are not heighted ones. That is why they are called as herb. I know you have got banana in your garden, right? Can you please show me?
Yes. Come here.
Yes, yeah. Do you know, even though banana, it is huge tree, but it isn't a tree. It's a herb. It's a herb. What makes it herb, the stem of banana, it has got a special type of tissue. It has got a special type of tissue. This is delicate one, okay? This is delicate one. It is not as hard as the other plants that we see here. The stem is not as hard. That is why even though it has got height, it has got a huge height, it is considered as a herb. All right. Still here I can see some climbers. These are beetle leaves, right? These are beetles. Khaucha pan, barabar?
Okay.
So this type of plants, because they are climbing on a wall, they are called as climbers. They are called as
Climbers.
climbers because they have got the stem. This is very thin, very delicate, and it needs some support.
Okay.
That is why it is called as climber.
Okay, we will see another type of climber.
All right.
This one.
Wow, what a beautiful flower it has got.
Yes.
All right, this is also a climber. All right, it has got a special type of structure, This is called as a tendril. This is called as tendril. This special type of structure allows this type of climber to take the support of the please come closer to take the support of the different types of plants around, and it then climbs up the tree or any other support it may have. All right, so this is again a type of climber. All right, this flower also comes in white color as well. This is pretty violet color. All right, now here we have this type of plant. Even though it has got a very thin and what we call delicate one stem, it is found creeping on the ground. It is found creeping on the ground. That is why it is called as creeper. It is called as
creeper.
all right. Even though you find these two are types of vines, they are still different because this type of climber has got a special structure called as tendril. It helps it to take support of the plants around it or any wood stick or something, or even the walls. All right, so it climbs up, and this type of plants, they creep on the ground. All right, they need also support, but they do not have such a kind of some extra structure, tendrils like structures. So they are creeping over the ground. So we have seen we have seen trees, we have seen plants, we have seen herbs, climbers and creepers. All right, there is another example of climber which I see in your garden. That's the money plant, right? It's a very good example, and it we can see that it is taking the support of the coconut plant and it is climbing so huge and so up, right?
Yes.
So money plant is again a very good example of climber. Along with climbers, creepers, these trees, herbs and shrubs, there are two more types of plants. They are algae and mosses. They are algae and mosses. Algae we must have seen. Unfortunately, we don't have algae to show here because they are found some green plants, which are growing on the water. You must have seen, right?
Yes, I have seen.
Yeah, so they are called as algae, and the other type of plants which I am talking of, they are called as mosses. They are called as mosses. So mosses are generally found on the compound walls. I have seen many on your compound wall. Let's check out.
Yes.
So see, my dear friend, these type of green structures, you must have seen this from many a times on your compound wall, right?
Yes.
Yes, they are also type of plants and they are called as moss. They are called as mosses or moss, all right? They are also having some hair-like structures and they are growing on wet walls and etc. They are mosses. So algae we don't have, but you must have seen algae on water, on the stagnant water or the water which is not moving. You must have seen algae. Let me tell you an interesting fact about algae. Algae were the first type of plants they were ever originated on the earth. Underwater, right? Yes, so first they came in existence, they started doing photosynthesis. That is how eventually the atmospheric oxygen started growing. Initially it was somewhat 8%, but we require 21%, right? So algae were first grown up in the ocean water. They started photosynthesizing, and then oxygen started growing, and when it became up to 21%, when it gradually increased up to 21%, the existence of human or the other animals then started. So that's the very interesting fact about algae. Right now we don't have algae to show, but yes, algae were the first kind of living organisms that have been ever recorded on the earth. So just now we have seen about different types of plants. Aren't plants amazing?
Yes, they are really very amazing.
Yes, they are really very amazing. Now let me tell you, we see different types of plants around us, right? Now let us see the real life or the common plants examples that we see in and around, right? This is the mango plant. What kind of plant is it? It's a tree. It's a tree, right? This is money plant. Money plant, as we can see, it is taking support of this mango plant. So the money plant becomes the climber. It becomes the climber. All right, so yes, money plant, or for that sake we can say that wines, the grape wines, they are cucumber. They are also bottle gourd, that's dudhi bhopra that we call. These all types of vines, they form the climbers. Okay, so these are the examples of climbers which I told you. Money plant, the beetles which we have seen there just now, then yes, cucumber, then bottle gourd, bitter gourd, that's the Karela, all these, they take the support of something. That is why they form the examples of climbers. Now let me tell you about the creepers. The creepers, as they are creeping over the ground, the examples that we see, the red pumpkin, right? You must have seen red pumpkin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And the watermelon. Right?
Yes.
So these are the examples of creepers, because they are creeping on the ground,
Surface.
right? Yeah. That's the examples. Now, let me tell you about herbs. Herbs, yeah. Herbs, like I said, the Indian holy basil, that's the tulsi, then mint. All these are the examples of herbs, because they have, and so herbs, they have medicinal use, right? We use them into our medicines. The coriander that we use, kothambir, right? We use it in cooking, right?
Cooking, yes.
That is also a type of herb. Yeah. Then what else? Yeah. I wanted to tell you about shrubs. So the shrubs, the examples are hibiscus, Jaswandi is hard, right? Hibiscus, then the rose plant. All these are the examples that we see. Pomegranate. These are the common examples that we see, which are the examples of shrubs.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Then about trees. The banyan tree, the jackfruit tree, the coconut, the palm, the mango, all these, the people, the neem, shisham, many examples are there. These are the examples of trees. All right. Now let me tell you more about types of roots. Yes, so there are two types of roots which we are going to see. The number one, that's the tap root system, and the other one is the fibrous root. All right, so let us dig open some of the plants in your garden and let's explore. All right, so come along with me. All right. Okay, we'll uproot this particular. Oh, it's easy. All right, if you see, just will you please hold this mic for me?
Yes.
Okay. So if we see this particular plant, it has got two types. We see that this particular region, it's found underground, right?
Okay.
And this particular part of the plant, it is found above the ground. So the part of the plant which is seen above the ground, it forms the shoot system of the plant. It forms the shoot system of the plant. Whereas the part of the plant which is seen below the ground, it forms the root system of the plant. All right.
Okay.
So the root system, yes, it has got roots. But when we think of the shoot system, it has got come closer please. When we think of the shoot system, it has got leaves which we see above the ground, the stem. In this case, we don't have flowers, but we have some fruit. Yeah, so fruit. These are the examples of the shoot system. These are the parts of the plant. They lie above the ground. All right. So yeah. Now I wanted to tell you about types of root. Types of root. So just now we have uprooted this plant. Uprooted means we have dig open. We have taken it out. Okay. So if we see here, it has got fibrous root system. It has got fibrous roots. It has got tap root system.
Taproot system.
Sorry, it has got tap root system. All right. See here. Here we see that the extension of the stem is here. Right. This particular the root starts from here. All right, and this is nothing but the extension of the stem. All right, a single root is seen, and then it is divided into small parts. These are called as the lateral roots. Lateral roots. Okay, we can see that there are from this root, this first root, this is the primary root. From this, these are the secondary roots emerging from it. Okay, this one and this one, they are coming out of this particular primary root, and then this root has got some small fibers over here. They are forming the tertiary roots. They are forming the tertiary root. This is primary, the first root. Then it has got the second root, 1 and 2, right? Secondary root, and these secondary roots then again having small fibers, and they form the tertiary root. So this is about the tap root system. This is about the tap root system. So tap root is nothing but extension of stem. A single root first comes out, and then from it the secondary and then the tertiary. These are the examples of. This is how the tap root system is. This is how the tap root is. So the examples basically are beetroot that we eat, right? Turnip, carrot. All these are the examples of tap root. Now I'll tell you about the fibrous root. So let us see for some plants which are having fibrous roots here.
There.
Okay. All right. Okay. This is again having a taproot. Okay. This is again having a taproot. Now we need to search and find some other type of root which will form. All right. The grass. The grass. Yes, of course. The grass has got the fibrous root. Okay. The roots have holded the soil very tightly. Okay. Yes. Grass is a very good example of fibrous root.
Fibrous root.
As we can see here, small fibers are emerging as roots. Some small fibers are emerging as roots. There are many in number, right? Unlike the taproot. I'll hold this and I'll hold this, right? As we can see, this is the taproot and this is the fibrous root. Many roots, many small fibers, they are emerging. That's why this forms the fibrous root, and this one forms the taproot because there is a one primary root from which the other roots are emerging, they are developed. But unlike in this, every root is individual root, right? So this is the fibrous root. So the examples like what we have seen, grass, onion, and such a plants, garlic, all these, they found the fibrous root. So that's about the taproot system and the fibrous root system. I hope you would have enjoyed along with me, right? Yes. So in the next part, my dear students, we're gonna see about different functions of the root.
Thank you for educating me.
Thank you for being with me.